How's it going, everybody? On today's video, we're going to be picking up where we left off on a project, the rust bucket rebuild. Hopefully in today's video I should be able to get everything finished up, and you can see behind me I've already got the frame put together on the tractor, and that's going to be the first step out of the way. So let's get to it. We'll get the camera set up on the tripod. We'll get this thing slapped together. So before I go off getting too crazy with it, I wanted to just give you a little walk around of just the frame. And I think most of the hardware we're going to be using today is probably all going to be new hardware that I've purchased. I don't think I have anything that's left over from the original build. Front frame, back frame, and you've also got your kind of like a riser framework here that hooks up to the 3-point. And I did not think I was originally going to be using this, I guess you'd call it a top link piece that comes with it. But we had to. I couldn't find anything aftermarket that would fit this connection down here. So a standard top link doesn't have that spade on the bottom, and it was going to be too much work to try to make something fit. So what we did was, if you don't remember, that part was really seized up. We took it down, put it in a vise, broke it loose, and I've been spending the last week or so just getting it cleaned up and getting it painted and getting it looking real good. So that is where we're at the moment. I'm gonna set the camera up. We're gonna throw some arms onto the framework and get them bolted together, and then we're gonna get the tractor moved, and we'll get it set up on the disc gangs that we had pre-built. Alright, so I'm back at it. I just had to run to the store and grab some different bolts. I, for some reason, got 2 different size bolts, but I didn't get enough of each size that I needed. When you start stacking washers and the nuts and everything on the pieces we're working with right now on these arms, I needed just a little bit more length, and so you can kind of see the difference there between the two. I probably could have made it with these, but I would not have been able to put any lock washers on it. And I need a few washers to separate, or to create some gaps for those arms to slide back and forth and ride. And I just wasn't able to do it with this size. So I'll get another time lapse going. The wind is outrageous over here. So I'm just gonna have to do time lapse the best I can, and we'll get back at it. All right, so we've got the disc gangs already pre-assembled, and I've got the spacing configured kind of how I wanted it, although I'm going to have to shift it around a little bit to get it exact. We've got it going the right direction based on how the framework was backed in, and what I've done is I've gone around and marked 5 inches on every single one of these arms from the very end, and what that mark is going to do is help me set up the edge of this outside bracket and where that's going to be bolted up. So I'm going to go around individually. I'm going to try to pull these apart to get them where I need them, but in some cases if I can't move them, I'm going to have to back the tractor up and get it over top of where it needs to be, just to make it easier. I can move the tractor, it's not as easy to move these blades. All right, guys, that was probably the worst part of putting all this back together. Even though I had a little bit of help, it really sucks when you're on uneven ground and trying to fit bolts into certain places and raising it up and lowering it down and on and on and on. So I've got it fit up pretty good. It's not 100%. I need to do a little bit more fine tuning, and then I need to go through and just tighten everything down really tight or to where I think it needs to be. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a little montage while I'm doing that, and at the end of that montage of all the work we've done to this thing from start to finish, we will do a reveal at the end. So just hold tight.